Aries. Thank you for joining me for your August Astro Tarot forecast 2023. It's been a minute since I've been up here and visually my face videos. You've seen my hands a lot, but I am here to give you your astrological forecast. And I'm also using the Neo Tarot, which is a deck that I have not used in quite a while. Who is this by? Jericho Mandabar. This is the whole deck. It's massive. All right, Aries, please watch your sun sign, your rising sign, and your moon for a full dose of the cosmos for the month. We start August on the 1st with our full moon at 9 degrees of Aquarius. This closure, this awareness, this culmination occurs in your 11th house of friendships, goals, groups, clubs, and organizations that you're affiliated with. What needs to be seen for you, Aries, in your personal friendships and social relationships? You might have completed some of your goals in the first 48 to 72 hours of the month, wrapping it up 2.5 days before August 1st and 2.5 days after, when the moon is at her fullest. Usually there's an intuitive pull here that you'll feel in either your personal friendships or relationships, or perhaps you're not re-upping in dues or subscriptions for certain memberships that you're affiliated with. It'll be different for every Aries, but instinctually the full moon is one of our strong intuitive parts of each lunar cycle. So that's why I use the word awareness, because instinctively you feel where this closure occurs for each Aries individual. Some friendships don't get through the assessment that you're giving them right now. And you have to see if people are serving your highest good in your relationships, and if these relationships are equal, equivalent energies. Giving and taking has to be reciprocated. Aries, you might walk away from some relationships that feel imbalanced in this month of August, at the top of the month especially. Our new moon occurs 16 days later on the 16th of August at 23 degrees of Leo. This works for you, Aries, as this is a sister-brother fire sign. This represents your 5th house of fun. We love a new moon in the 5th. This is also a very fertile time for Aries, if you qualify for the gender and the age. Let's see, new moon in the 5th. What creative endeavors does Aries feel like initiating mid-month? There's a new passion, a new desire. The 5th house of gambling, speculation, sports. New children, new pregnancies, new creative, fertile concepts. If it's not a child itself, some Aries are initiating new creative endeavors. This can be artistic, where you have creative control. Entrepreneurial pursuits and endeavors can be activated mid-month for Aries. This new moon trines your planetary placements that you hold in Aries. So this filters harmonious energy to your 5th house. There's a more effortless approach to new beginnings in the 5th sector for Aries mid-month. We are in our Venus retrograde, and since I did not speak about this the last month, I will get into it a little bit. So Venus has slowed her roll on July 22nd, and she slowed her swirl at 28 degrees of Leo in that 5th house of yours. She retrogrades through September 3rd, going direct at 12 degrees of Leo, and remains in your 5th house through October 8th. So from this forecast through October 8th, Venus remains in your 5th sector. Wow, that's beautiful. And that's conjunct that new moon energy. Talk about female babies coming in the mix. There are a lot of little girls being born or conceived in this retrograde, governed by the feminine Venus, the Venusian planet of Aphrodite. Where is Aphrodite? Here she is. Hold up. There's my girl. I keep all my goddesses down here. This is Aphrodite, the goddess of beauty. And you can see a lot of my statues here. Maybe I'll do a video about all of them that I have here. She keeps things creative, beautiful, effortless, smooth, soothing. And that's what this retrograde is doing in your 5th house. There's a soothing energy. What's the right word? What are you attracted to? What are you re-attracted to? Lovers from the past are coming into the mix, not only because this month is a Mercury retrograde, where they usually reach out via email, communication, text, phone call, but Venus retrograde. Lovers or exes are reminded of where they felt safest. And that's with an Aries. That's with you. This falling in the 5th house, they're reminded of either how you protected them, how you made them feel even emotionally safe. Venus has a lot to do with sensitivities and softness and comfortability. And Aries is reminded as well of where they felt safe. And this planet going direct from September 9th through October 8th suggests a love connection or a deepening of who you are attracted to during this reinvestigative, loving attraction energy. You're assessing your love right now, and also the relationships with your children, your creative developments. Aries could be producing something very artistic and beautiful throughout the fall, going into mid-October. Now, on August 23rd, the sun enters Virgo, as he usually does through September 23rd this year. But on that same day, when the sun enters your 6th house of health and well-being, Mercury will retrograde in the same sector at 21 degrees of Virgo until September 15th, going direct at 8 degrees of Virgo. So this retrograde exists entirely in the 6th house of health, work, task, and regimen. Aries, please give yourself in that 3-week period of time the required recuperative rest that you energetically may need. Give yourself time to get to work, as your normal route, routine, and path could be thwarted with construction, building, pauses, delays. And take your time with what is due in work or deadlines or tasks that have deadlines from August 23rd through September 15th. Revise, review, and rewrite what needs to be submitted in your work. Allow for time and give yourself the time to edit before submitting. Have another set of eyes go over what you've worked on. Read it aloud, sentence for sentence, or whatever this is. The practice of this, the editing of this. Some of you are really working on something that you need to pitch in order to move up in title. And in the retrograde, that would require a lot of editing and practice, and public speaking should be done behind the scenes before you give the real speech. Don't necessarily tend to health appointments or annual checkups while Mercury is retrograde in the health sector. Blood work could have to be redone. They won't find the vein. You'll end up with bruising. There's always some BS that happens with getting either dental checkups or medical, even vision. I would avoid getting data from someone that you need clear data from. I would wait till after the retrograde. When it comes to health, it's too important to risk misinformation or redos. On the 27th, Mars enters Libra through October 12th. So you've got stimulation in the 7th house of relationship and marriage. This is a great month for Aries in relationship. This has to do with the driving force of Mars and all of the energy that it contains in the 7th sector of partnership. Aries is linking up. I feel like we're going to get some love cards in here. This is a long visit with Mars giving determination for partnership, giving you the focus that you need to be committed. Now watch argument in relationships. You are the dominant sign and Mars is your ruling planet. So the aggressor or the emperor in you can come out in disagreements, but in relationships, it would be beneficial for Aries to listen. Mars is already working in your favor. It is your ruling planet. In relationship, you might become more of the top in this situation. You might become too dominant, domineering. That's the word, domineering, which can be a negative connotation. On the 30th of August, we have a blue moon. We have 2 full moons this month. We start on the 1st, and then we end the month on the 30th with a full moon at 7 degrees of Pisces. Oh, I love this for you. Complete closure by the end of the month. By the 30th and 31st, in the last sector, there is another culmination. There's a release for Aries at the end of August. You might feel better about who you cut the cord on or who you cut ties with. Even an organization at the 1st of the month, by the end of the month, there is this sense of release and ease for you. Let's see what I get. This is a great month astrologically for you. Aries. I'm also running a special. If you've watched my psychic tarot reading that I put up a few days ago, between August 1st and August 4th, if you enter the word 10 on my website, audreyalison.com, on my bookings page, you'll receive $25 off your reading. That is for my 10-year special for my business anniversary. Aries, here are your cards. What? King of Wands, that's you, baby. King of Fire. What do we have to say about you coming through? Well, 6 of Wands, there is a victory for you. An achievement, an accomplishment in August. The prodigal son returning home with his flowers, getting his flowers from his family. Some of you have provided something for your families, and in August is the recognition for that. And the Empress, there is a lot of fertility going on here. Venus retrograde in the 5th house. Some of you are assessing, do we want one more? Do we want another child? 3rd time's a charm. Some of you are trying for 3 and you didn't know if you would. The Empress is very creative, fertile, the loving mother. You have 2 more cards here. Page of Pentacles and the 6 of Pentacles. This is the Virgo Mercury retrograde in the 6th house of task and work. And this, oh, I'm sorry. It's not the 6, it's the 8. No, it's the 9 of Pentacles. My bad. I'm not used to this deck. I apologize. It's the 9 of Coins, which is the property card. It's also the leisure card, having enough to relax into your worth. And the Page of Pentacles is the message of this income or this increase. In the retrograde in the 6th house, tend to your resources. I wouldn't overspend. I would save up and see what you can accrue in that 3-week period of time. These are wonderful. Some of you are saving for that family. There is a successful attempt at fertilization for those of you who are trying, and in all of the scientific realms and health realms that this applies to you. I feel like this is a successful month for you. I appreciate you. Remember, Aries, the sky is limitless, so reach for the stars.